What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. And that's right, folks, it's your favorite segment, my favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment, where we take a look at the financial data for DSP Gaming and we check the liquidity to make sure that our boy Phil has enough money this week so that he doesn't have to eat ham sandwiches. That's right. And sadly to report, our boy Phil won't be having ham sandwiches. You may be having saltine crackers with a little bit of peanut butter, that's right, and some water. Before we get into the numbers, I just want to play a quick video just reminding everyone of the Begpocalypse 2, which occurred yesterday, where our boy Phil decided to, of course, cry wolf, or aka cry poor, and beg the dents for money. So just wanted to play this quick clip before we get into the numbers and talk about how Phil managed this work week.
I got no complaints there. It's just 4 straight streams now where I didn't even hit this goal yet. Not even one of the 4 streams did I hit that, right? I've been trying to get us back up to 500 members for 3 straight days. We were at 500 members, and then a bunch expired, and it just seems like for whatever reason, for 2 straight days, it's been, kind of slow around here. And it sucks because I like having momentum. I like the feeling that everything I'm doing, people are enjoying. They want to come by and they want to, partake in it, and they want to be a part of this fun experience. And I feel like it kind of was great for 2 days and then fell flat on its face for 2 days, right? It's tough, especially when you're a variety streamer like me, to keep momentum going when there's not some one notable hot new release that everybody wants. When there's no one game that's the one that everyone wants to see, it's tough because you always get a split audience, right?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that today, Modern Warfare 3 has been a hit, and as a daytime stream the other day, it did really well. I'm hoping it'll do well today. I'm hoping that people will come and support the stream, engage, have a good time, and in general, this will be a situation where people will really enjoy themselves watching me play Modern Warfare 3, and we can kind of do a flip on its head of what's been happening all week. I hope. We got someone, Lice for Soul is gifting...
Okay, so Phil was hoping for momentum. That's right. He was hoping that the Pignosis would actually work, right? And that the dents would rally and continuously give Phil money every stream, every day for the foreseeable future. Now, did that happen? Spoiler alert, no, it did not. No, it did not. And the funny thing is, I actually posted a video today on the Daily Wrap talking about Phil's a cautionary tale on when someone continuously cries poor. What ends up happening is when you initially cry poor, people feel sympathetic for you and want to help. That's just human nature to want to help. But after a while, when the person continuously does it over and over and over and over and over again, it falls on deaf ears. People don't take it seriously. It's just like the story of the boy that cried wolf. Initially, when he cried wolf, people came and wanted to help, but then after a while, they knew that he was talking out of his ass and stopped coming. Until one day, the wolf really came, and the boy was shit out of luck. And that's what's going to happen to Phil. Phil's going to continuously cry poor, and one day when he seriously needs the money, either through an IRS audit, or the house is going up for foreclosure, or what have you, the dents aren't going to rally. And the interesting thing is that even though he did cry beg again today, what you notice as a pattern this year is that when he does cry beg and issues the Begpocalypse, support has been less and less and less. I'll give you one example. He did it earlier this month, and on the first stream back, I think he ended up getting like $165 in tips. So, for one stream, and then the next stream he made like $4 or $7. It was abysmal, right? And he complained that the night stream negated the positivity from the first stream. Same thing happened today, but today he made even less on the first stream. He only made $113 in tips, couple super chats, and he did get some members, which will probably expire on his day off. So what you'll notice is if you go back and you look at the numbers for all the times Phil's cried poor, it's gone from significant to practically nothing this year. Every time he's begged for money, the dents do rally to some extent, but not like before. And that's what happened this week. So this is my segue into the financial numbers. So as you guys know, Phil worked 5, air quotes when I say work, Phil worked 5 days this week, which started on the 17th and went through the 21st, and he managed to pull in a whopping $650 in tips, which is, of course, abysmal. Compared to what he made last week, which was $741. Now, you're comparing 6 days to 5 days, but still, he still made about $100 less in tips. So I guess if you figure if he worked the extra day, he may be close to it, comparable. So, okay, he made a little bit less than what he made last week. Now, the big difference here is in super chats. Phil only managed to pull in $274 in super chats, compared to $525 last week. So this week, his grand total was $924, compared to last week, which was $1,266. Now, yes, he did work one extra day last week, but still, we're talking over $340 less in overall support week over week. Now, this is after the beg call. This is after Phil cried poor and requested that the Dents rally to save the channel. And even with that, yesterday, which was the beg call, he only made $136 for 2 streams. So the positivity from the first stream was negated by the night stream of Like a Dragon, which no one cares for. And again, Phil talked about, like in that clip I just showed, there's no hot game that everyone wants him to play. Yes, the fuck there is, Phil. Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, the Dents have to tell you, and just the numbers out there on how Baldur's Gate 3 is doing. But of course, you don't like to fucking listen. You'll eventually play the game because you'll get tired of people asking you about it. We'll get shitty support because who gives a fuck about a game that's like 4 to 6 months old? You should have played it when it was hot. And then he'll sit there and blame the Dents for not supporting, and he knew that it was going to be trash, and he was glad he never played it. That's just Phil in a fucking nutshell. Anyway, I digress. So as you can see, the support was abysmal this week, and the Begpocalypse 2 did not garner the money that Phil wanted. And again, you can see the what he wants is to hit the tier 1 tip goal on every stream, and of course get some members and get super chats. That happened for one stream, and then in a night stream it ended. So the tier 1 tip goal streak ended with one stream. And that's just his pattern all year. And as he's going to see the year over year numbers, it's not good for Phil. That negative number of year over year is increasing, and Phil's running out of time to try to get some of that money back. And some people might say, well, what about memberships? What about ad revenue? Ad revenue is abysmal, and I'm going to show you the numbers that prove why his ad revenues are shit. And memberships are on par for what he received last year. That essentially what he received. And ad revenue it's a once a month payment that you get for each member, which isn't really like, I'll give you an example. You can give 500 members and let's just say you charge $4. If you have 500 members, that's a lot. Well, if you have 500 members and you charge $4 a member, right, on average, that's $2,000 a month in membership money. But YouTube takes a cut of 30%, so that leaves you with $1,400 a month. That's what you get. That's not even minusing taxes. So if you take another 20% off of that for taxes, Phil probably made about $800 to $900 in revenue just for memberships. But if you look at the overall tip, how much the tips have decreased, he's not making it up. He's not making up that money at all. He may be getting a little bit slightly more memberships a month, but it's negated by how low super chats he's getting and how low tips he's getting. So it's washing out, and he's in a hole. He's in a hole. Now you would say, well, what about ad revenue? Well, I'm going to show right now. While ad revenue is terrible this year, more so than last. But the one thing I wanted to show is that in November so far, he's made $3,383 in tips and super chats. Now remember, these are all gross numbers, so we're not taking away YouTube's cut, PayPal's cut, and taxes. So these are just raw numbers. So Phil has about 9 days left to stream, minus one more day off, I believe. So he has about 7 days left in this month to stream. There's no way he's gonna even remotely get past what he got in October. This may be one of his very least supported months this year, or this year. Yeah, this year. So it's going to be abysmal. And the thing is, if you compare it again to what he received last year during the hardcore begging season, it's abysmal. To use Phil's words, it is abysmal. Now let's look at views. Now I went into Social Blade and I calculated what he started with at the beginning of the month and where he's at today. Phil has managed both for DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts. For DSP Gaming, Phil has 350,000 views. That's rounded up. I think he had 349,000 and a couple hundred. I rounded up to 350. For DSP Reacts, he had 26,800 and something. And I just rounded up to 27,000 views. That is a grand total of 376,000 views for 21 days of streaming. He has 10 days left. If you average out that 375K for 20 days, we're talking about 150, 160. No, I'm sorry. We're talking about, well, let's see. Hold on. Let me get the numbers right. So 20 days, if you take the 375, you divide that by 20 days. Phil's averaging about 100. He's averaging about, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry. So 375,000. Divide that by 20 days. He gets about 18,000 views a day. So 18,000 times 30. Times 10. It's 180,000 views. That's on the high end. So Phil is probably going to pull in about 530,000 views this month. That's fucking garbage. And you notice a trend all year. He went from getting 687,000 views in May to 548,000 views last month. So this month he's probably going to get about 530,000 views during the busiest season, during the hardcore begging season. That is trash. So yes, a view doesn't mean money. It doesn't exactly equate to how much money you make, but you can figure out what a person makes in ad revenue. You can get pretty close. And of course, less views means less ad revenue because less ads. So Phil's ad revenue is dog shit. Okay, so let's look at the year over year. So as we can see here, Phil pulled in $47,203 in tips for 2023. And last year, he managed to pull in for the same time $58,756 for a net decrease of 20%. Ooh, that number increased. It was like 18% last week. So it increased to 20%, negative 20%. For Super Chats, Phil pulled in $19,301 compared to last year where he pulled in $23,250 for a net decrease of 18%. Total revenue, Phil has managed to pull in, the total for tips and Super Chats, Phil pulled in $66,504 compared to last year where he pulled in $82,006 for a net decrease of 19%, folks. Those numbers are just abysmal for Phil. I mean, for most people that stream, that's good money. But when you make this your full-time job and you rely on at least $120K a year, to pay your bills and to pay your WWE champions and to support a horse and a cat, yeah, these numbers are terrible, especially when you're nearly 20% year over year in income. It's abysmal. And I have a feeling that we're going to get more Begpocalypses on out for the rest of the year, because Phil is, yes, a stupid man, but he must know that his revenue is just in the toilet. It's in the toilet, very much like the detractors are in the toilet, as Phil likes to say. The vortex of shit. Phil must know that his ad revenue and his money and his income for DSP Gaming is in that toilet as well. And you're going to see him get more unhinged over and over, and it's just going to be funny. He may get a slight reprieve with the adpocalypse. He may get, you know, $400 or $500 in tips. We'll see. Especially now that he's so fucking desperate for money that he's willing to take a shot every $100 they received in total. It doesn't have to be $100 tip. It just has to be $100. So that should be very fucking interesting. He may get a slight reprieve and think things are looking up. But again, Phil only has about a month and a week to try to catch up and make some serious cash. And I'm sorry to tell you, but December, there are no releases, no big releases out there for Phil to really play. He's going to rely, on RoboCop and Call of Duty? Yeah, it's not going to happen for our boy Phil. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.